Goldbrick. It's a noun, and it means a worthless brick that appears to be of gold. Something that appears to be valuable, but is actually worthless. A person who shirks assigned work. I guess that's a second definition. So,
Goldbrick.
That was one of my favorite Lego pieces when I was a kid, was the gold brick.
The gold one or the yellow one?
I kind of like the gold one because I did a lot of Star Wars Legos, and gold was a big part of that. C-3PO.
C-3PO.
Yeah, and just all the characters, all the buildings had a lot of gold brick.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't get a lot of Star Wars Legos growing up. Like I got a good amount of Star Wars Legos. Most of my Legos were what were they? No, yeah, I did get most of Star Wars. You ever get the dwarves ones?
The dwarves ones?
Yeah, there's like dwarves and trolls.
Like just random ones or like famous ones? Famous dwarves and trolls? I think it's fun. I think it's fun that it's like fool's gold. Like, oh man, that's like
Pyrite.
Sure. Yeah. What, are you just hungry, or why did you say that?
Pyrite?
Oh, the rock.
Fool's gold.
Fool's gold. That's right. Okay. I think I'm gonna give gold brick. It's not my favorite word, but I do like the word brick quite a lot. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It's a strong word.
Gold brick reminds me of leprechauns because there's like a common leprechaun myth, which is like they give you a bunch of gold and then the next day it turns into rocks and stones and grass
that true?
and pebbles. That's a real myth, yeah.
That's
like,
cool.
Like that's like a folklore thing. They give you gold that turns into rocks overnight.
Okay.
Probably to kind of explain fool's gold.
Oh.
And so for that reason, I have to give it a really low score because I got beef with leprechauns.
Beef with leprechauns?
Yeah, they're all mischievous. Like, I respect leprechauns. I respect their craft of mischief and lying and tricks and riddles.
Yeah.
But, I can't give them any credit, so
Can't condone it.
No, I can't condone it, and I can't give leprechauns a good score. So gold brick is gonna get a 2 out of 10.
Wow. Okay, that's
2
a
out
big
of 10.
spread.
2 out of 10. Fuck leprechauns. Hemodynamics. Now, anyone who knows their Latin roots know that hemo means blood.
Yeah. Are you waiting for me to say it, or do you?
Well, I was just putting you on the spot to see if you knew your Latin roots.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that I was on the spot. I thought you were pausing for dramatic effect.
Anyone who knows anything about blood knows that hemo means
Blood.
Yes. Hemodynamics is a branch of physiology that deals with the circulation of the blood, or 2, the forces or mechanisms involved in circulation.
So it's like blood circulation,
Yeah.
which is important. I know that I have pretty bad blood circulation.
How do you know?
It runs in my family that like when it gets cold, my hands just get like really white because
I think they're always like that.
no, well, okay. I wrote a paper on hemodynamics one time, or I helped write a paper for it at one of my internships. That was kind of cool.
What did you say?
I don't know if I can divulge that. I think you have to go buy the paper on JSTOR or Science Direct or something.
We have to buy the paper on the JSTOR?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not the primary author. I don't know if I can divulge.
You can't even give like a synopsis?
Does anybody care though?
What did you write about in hemodynamics?
It was about
Goddamn.
Fontan patients, which is a type of heart surgery patient who gets like a Fontan tube connecting two of the heart chambers, and it was about the blood flow through those Fontan tubes and how it changes over time as people get older.
Anthony Fontano?
No, not Anthony Fontan. I'm a science person. I don't like science words, but hemodynamics is a fun one, Like it flows pretty well. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. Okay,
for
yeah.
hemodynamics.
I don't know what my blood pressure is. I haven't been to the doctor in ever, probably. But I do know that my brother had really high blood pressure, but I think it was just because he was like 17 and like super angry about baseball. We really should stop baseball.
I agree. I think baseball sucks, honestly.
Here's my point. What I was going to say is 10% physical, 90% mental, and I don't think any 17-year-old boy is mentally strong enough to carry the weight of baseball as a construct of our society. And so for that reason, I am going to give hemodynamics a low score, probably a 3 out of 10.
Wow.
For baseball.
Wow. Pretty close. Inadequate. It's an adjective. It means
This seems pointed.
inadequate. An adjective. It means not adequate. Insufficient. Also, not capable. Yeah, I picked this one because...
Of present company?
No, not because of present company. I picked it because, I don't know, it's relatable. Like, are we not all just inadequate all the time?
I think, yeah, human people ever inadequate. If you're in a relationship, a friendship, a job, school, whatever you're doing, probably pretty inadequate.
Yeah. Like, name an adequate person.
Can't.
Not one? I'm trying to think. I'm going through history right now. Who's an adequate person?
Nope, can't think of any.
I can't think of a single person. I think all humans, to some extent, are inadequate. They're inadequate in their workplace. They're inadequate in their mental fortitude. They're inadequate in their home life. They're inadequate in bed.
They're bad at saving.
They're bad at saving money. Nobody understands the stock market. We're all just...
And the people who do understand the stock market are inadequate in being nice.
Inadequate morals.
Inadequate in morals.
Everyone has inadequacies.
Nobody is perfect.
No, nobody's perfect, but what I'm saying is if you have a single inadequacy, you are inadequate, and you should look yourself in the mirror every morning and say, I am not enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I never have been.
Nor have I. So
inadequate.
Let's say it at the same time. I think we both know what number we're giving this one.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
No, okay.
I said 10.
I said 1. I think inadequate itself is an inadequate word. 1 out of 10.
I think the word inadequate is the only thing that is adequate. Because it is perfect at describing everything that is wrong.
I think you're living in an inadequate fantasy.
Mid. I'm going with the word knurl. 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 A small protuberance, excrescence, or knob. One of a series of small ridges or beads on a metal surface to aid in gripping. Knurl.
All right, what was it, Nurble? Oh, you know what it actually does make me think of?
What?
When people used to give each other purple nurples?
Oh.
That was kind of close to nurble. Like, I feel like we were dancing around a word there.
The word is knurl.
Oh, oh, like the knurl of Duke. Or, no, wait, the
That's Earl. When I picked this word, I thought it was knur, without the L. Knur.
What would that mean?
A knur and a knurl are kind of used interchangeably.
So I could say a door knurl?
I think so.
Knurl to me honestly makes me think, like, it feels like it's like a surfer term, like gnarly or something like that. Like, oh, damn, that wave was knurl.
That is actually knur. The other word that you could use is gnarl.
Is gnarl? I thought gnarl was like Gnarl.
Yeah, it means the same thing.
Oh, dude, like, oh, the ocean, like... Dude, the ocean was crazy knurl today. Like...
That was gnarly, dude.
That was gnarly, dude. Dude, you hit that wave like hella knurl, dude.
We would never say it.
Yeah. Who's we? Surfers?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't put myself as part of that community.
I can. I've done it a few times. I grew up in the surfer life.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up adjacent to it, I guess, for a couple of years.
I'm from Santa Cruz, so.
I drank a cup of coffee in LA one time, so.
Were you staring at the beach wearing just flip-flops and a beanie?
Honestly, minus the beanie, yeah, pretty much.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever bought sex wax?
I have bought sex wax.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty good sign.
Yeah, no, sex wax is big in LA, too.
Yeah. It's big in surfing.
No, I know what it's for, yeah.
No, yeah. So that's a good sign that you're closer to being a surfer than to being not a surfer.
I always thought sex wax was dumb. I feel like you're not going to like this take.
What do you mean?
It didn't smell that good, and, like, it just was like, I just associated it with, like, the douchiest guys at my high school.
Surfers? You mean the chillest guys in your high school?
Not at my high school.
Knurl, I grew up with a bunch of redwood trees in my yard, and redwoods are famous for their knurls because that they store a lot of like seeds and like they can like regrow from their knurls.
The
It's a
knurl
whole
of
thing.
redwood.
I still don't know what you're trying to reach there. I don't know what you're saying. What is?
It doesn't matter too much.
So I'm gonna give knurl a huge 10 out of 10.
I'm gonna give knurl. It doesn't have that nostalgia that it has for you, for me. I do like the lumps on trees. I think they're funny. I think they often look like warts or knuckles. And I enjoy that. I like when trees have personality and features. But that being said, I'm gonna give knurl an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Jawboning. It's a noun from 1969. The use of public appeals, as by a president, to influence the actions, especially of business and labor leaders. Broadly, the use of spoken persuasion. Jawboning. Not to get political, but I feel like some politicians be using their jaws to bone quite a bit. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's a good. I trust most politicians.
Well, me too, as long as they're not jawboning me.
Oh, I usually trust them because they jawbone.
Oh, you think it's like clever that they can persuade people?
No, I just didn't realize that that's what they were doing to me.
Oh, I see. You're very impressionable.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Some sea animals, particularly dolphins and porpoises, they have extremely sophisticated jawbones that aid them in echolocation. That's about as much as I know and about as much as I'll say about dolphins. But
so you would say their jawbones have a porpoise?
Their jawbones have a purpose, which is...
A porpoise?
Yeah, a purpose.
A porpoise?
Yes.
Okay.
Like the jawbone of a dolphin and a porpoise is more hollow, and so it does actually connect much more closely to the ear than in us.
Hollow, just like my ex-wife's heart.
You've been married too many times. Where did we get so lost?
So jawbone. I honestly like both words, jaw and bone. I think they're fun.
Yeah.
Throw them together, and the fact that it like has nothing to do with the body part, it just simply means like someone with a silver tongue
Who talks a lot, who uses their jaw a lot.
who talks out of their ass. Honestly, like us.
Talks out of their jaw. We're jawboning
Their jaw
right
ass,
now.
their ass jaw. And frankly, I think that's just really fun that you combine words that don't mean anything. You combine words that mean something different into something that means totally something unique from those two words.
Yes.
Therefore, it's a new word to me, but I'm going to give jawbone 10 out of 10.
It's
10 out of 10 for jawbone.
Jawbone is not. I wouldn't say.
Oh, Jawbone the Hutt.
Giving a familiar word a new context and a new specific meaning when turning a noun into a verb. I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
So jawboning.
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
Eh.
Wow.
Not doing it for me.
Not doing it for you. That's fair. And not to get political,
But
I don't know. I don't want to get political.